So the best thing about not coming here with a organized tour or guide is we can hang out as long as we want. It is currently 5:30 and we are awake, unfortunately. We are hitting Moraine Lake for sunrise this morning. No guide, just us, our e-bikes, and a 6:45 sunrise date.
It's cold. It is the end of August and it's like 4 degrees outside.
So this is gonna be good. We don't have any gloves.
If you are visiting the Canadian Rockies this summer, we've created a 98-page travel guide that details all of our favorite places. We have spent the past 12 years exploring Banff, Jasper, Yoho, Kootenay, and Kananaskis country, and this guide includes all of the best lakes, viewpoints, day hikes, backpacking trips, natural hot springs, activities, camping spots, and more. We have just updated it, and we can't wait to share it with you. We will link it below and at the end of this video.
Coffee time?
Coffee time!
Typically we'd park in Fairview Picnic area, but it's closed due to construction right now, which is really unfortunate. So we had to drive all the way to the Lake Louise parking lot, pay $36 for the day.
$36?
Nobody likes doing that.
It was 21 last year. They've really...
Yeah. So I had to do that, and now we have to bike even farther to get up to Moraine, but we're just making some coffee and we're gonna leave the van here and hit the road. Woo, it's a little chilly. Just got onto the Moraine Lake road, and me and Kaylee, because we don't have gloves, we have socks and hot hands inside our socks to keep our hands warm, and it's actually working really well. We're a little behind on schedule because of that whole change up, so we got a boogie.
We're arriving after sunrise. Ideally, you want to get here 30 minutes before sunrise. That's kind of when you see the best colors. We were a little slow moving this morning, plus that extra jaunt up to Lake Louise.
Yeah.
It only added 2.2 kilometers to the bike ride, and in total, that made it just over 14 one way, and it took us 36 minutes on our e-bikes. So if you're on regular bikes, keep that in mind.
Quite a bit longer on regular bikes.
Yes. So it's a quick hike up to the rock pile. It's like a kilometer or less. I just up these stairs and then have that view of the lake.
So we got here at my favorite time, just when the lighting starts to hit the top of the peaks along the background of the lake. It's just amazing. The colors really start to like blow up and the lake's still calm, and we've been here so many times, but the view just never gets old.
We really lucked out. It was supposed to be cloudy and rainy this morning, and we had the most beautiful sunrise. So
you just never know.
yeah, it's always worth a shot coming up here. You don't always get conditions like this. We've been here many times where it doesn't look like this. When you come here on a calm day, it's absolutely stunning. The road up to Moraine Lake was actually closed to the public in 2023. It was filling up at like 2 a.m. or something like that every morning. There's just a small parking lot up here. So they've closed the road and you have a few different options to get up here. You can bike like we did, which one of our preferred ways to get here for sure. It's just you're on your own time schedule.
It's the only way really to get here on your own, or unless you hike, but hiking would take a long time and it's not that great of a hike. Biking is definitely the way to go.
You can take the public shuttle through the national parks, which I think they've actually included a sunrise shuttle this year in 2024. Last year they didn't have one, so that we not recommend that option.
Yeah.
You can do a private tour, which we have done a private tour up here with Big Nature, and they are absolutely incredible. We have a discount code with them, so we will link that below if you're looking for something like that. They do a stop at Moraine Lake, Lake Louise, Emerald Lake, and Takakau Falls, so that is a really fun day in the Rockies.
It is, yeah.
There's a bunch of other shuttle companies that come up, like the Moraine Lake Bus Company and stuff like that. We've never used those, but we've heard good things. Or the other option is you can stay at the lodge here. I believe it's around $1,000 a night, but that does include all of your meals, a canoe rental, and you kind of get unlimited access to Moraine Lake.
As far as booking that, I have no idea.
Oh, I think it's bonkers.
Yeah, very hard to get for sure. But if you want to bike like we did and you want to do an e-bike or just a normal pedal bike, there's a couple places in Canmore where you can just rent the bike for the day. We'll link those in the description below. That's what we would recommend doing. There's bike racks up here where you can lock it up. The way down is super easy. You're basically flying all the way down. the way up. There's a little bit of elevation obviously, but nothing too crazy. It takes just over half an hour on an e-bike, probably closer to an hour on a regular pedal bike, 45 minutes an hour. I've done that before and it is really nice, but it does take longer for sure.
Yeah, when you're like in a rush to get up here for sunrise, obviously you want to sleep as long as you can, so the e-bikes are nice for that.
Yeah.
And not all bike companies allow you to rent the bike the night before, so we did find one in Canmore that lets you do that.
Yeah.
So you just want to double check that that's okay, because obviously they're not open at 5 a.m. when you're gonna start biking.
Make sure you bring light on your bike if you're coming up for sunrise. Make sure to dress really warm. You can see we're wearing like toques, gloves, coats. Bring all of it. Bring a blanket. Bring some hot coffee or some hot water, something, so you can hang out up here, watch the sunrise or the sunset, whatever you prefer.
Yeah, even in the middle of summer, guys, like it's August 23rd today and
it's cold.
It's cold, yeah. It was 4 degrees this morning or something.
So typically we would park at Fairview Picnic area and bike up. There's a really small parking lot right at the turnoff that a lot of cyclists can park at, or hikers. But right now the road is being redone, so they kind of have that all closed off. But I think it probably will reopen once they finish the construction.
Yeah, so if you get here before sunrise, usually in the past we've been able to get a spot. Turn off to Moraine Lake is if you're driving up on the left, and the parking lot is just on the right after the turnoff.
If you want to do some hiking around Moraine Lake here too, you can hike up to Tower of Babel, which is an amazing hike. It is very steep and challenging, so make sure to bring scrambling gear and a helmet if you want to do that. There's also a path that kind of goes part way around Moraine Lake that you can walk on.
You can get to like Larch Valley and stuff from here too, I think.
Yeah, so there's some really nice larch hikes, fall hikes. We would recommend, we always get a question about when should we come. We would recommend coming here in August or September because the snow's gone, the lake's open, it's nice and blue, and the days are a little bit shorter because in June sunrise is at like 4:30 or something ridiculous. So if you come later in August, sunrise is like around 7, which is much nicer.
It's a little bit more manageable. With that being said though, July can be a super beautiful month to come here. You just have to commit to getting up early. Like I think when we came in July, we woke up at 4 a.m. To be up here for sunrise. So if that's not your jam, you can come a little bit later.
If you want to catch first snowfall, early October, that's a really rare event. We've also been here for that, luckily, and it's stunning.
It is wild, but it's so hard to it's so hard to plan. I think when we saw first snowfall, it was like September 6th or something, and we just happened to be in Banff and it was snowing, and we were like, let's go to Moraine Lake. So it's pretty tough to plan.
Moraine Lake typically freezes in early November, late October, and then it stays frozen until June. So, and the road doesn't open until
end of June, really.
End of June. There is a time where you can bike up this road when there's no vehicles allowed, which is awesome. I've done that too, and it's so much fun because there's no vehicle traffic. The road's shut, so you don't have to worry about it. It's in spring and in October.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool experience as well. But again, that one's really up to, we've tried to do that before at the end of June, and there's still snow all over the road. Sometimes you can make it up, so
it's something to do in the fall, right when it closes, and if there's no snow.
Yeah, really dependent on weather.
Yeah, the closest campgrounds, if you want to stay overnight, we stay in the Lake Louise overflow, and then Lake Louise also has a really nice campground if you want to stay there. Those are going to be the closest options for camping, camper vans, that sort of thing. If you want to stay in a hotel, it's going to be at Lake Louise or Banff or Canmore. Yeah,
if you're looking for a hotel at Lake Louise, the Post Hotel and Spa, guys, unreal. Just check it out.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
We were just watching one of the tour groups, and they were like, all right, everybody back to the bus. We have to go. And me and Kaylee were like, guess we'll just chill here a little longer because there's no one here now. All the tours are gone. They're like, we got to go to Lake Louise. We got to go to Banff. We got to go fill the itinerary.
Literally nobody here.
Yeah, now it's like nice and quiet. Look at us go. If you want to go for a swim here, do it. Do it. Me and Kaylee, big fans of alpine dips. It's not going to happen this morning.
That's more like a midday adventure, really, if you want to jump in the lake.
We would highly recommend it if you're thinking about it. And this is your first time in Canada, possibly only time in Canada. Do it.
Yeah, jump in. Make sure you have like a towel and things to warm up though after, because it's actually so cold that you can get hypothermia swimming in these lakes for a long period of time.
Safety first.
Disclaimer.
Be sure to check out our Canadian Rockies guide because we have a ton of information on everything we love to do in the Rockies, where to eat, all the best things to do, where to stay.
Yeah, we've been traveling the Rockies for about 13 years now, so we just kind of wanted to put everything that we knew about traveling here into our guide. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next week.
See you in the next one.